Hi everyone, my name is Hemanth Satish. My project name is Pharmacy Management System. Our task is to create an interactive website for the pharmaceutical to, to act as a bridge between pharmacy and the doctors. So we created a website with the help of Angular for our user interface, ASP.NET Core, Web API for backend with the help of SQL Server for database. We will be having two types of roles in this project. They are admin role and doctor role. Admin role and doctor role. As an admin, you can be able to manage suppliers, drugs, and the order details that are ordered by the doctors. In the supplier component, an admin can be able to add a new supplier or edit an existing supplier or can able to delete a supplier. Let's just see how to add a supplier. If you click this add supplier button, let's just type the name as Naresh. For demo purpose, I'm just typing a dummy email. I'm gonna give a contact number. You can see it will be added in the supplier's context. You can maybe able to change it. I'm gonna change this name to James. Let's see if it works. See, we can able to edit also. We can able to delete also. So admin can be able to do all this to the supplier component, and he can also be able to drugs for whichever the supplier who is selling them. He can add new drugs here. For example, paracetamol. I'm going to add a quantity of 200. I'm going to select the expiry date. Let's just give the expiry date to 26 June 10. Okay, I'm gonna set the price as 7 rupees per tablet, and I want to create this add this drug under the supplier ID to second supplier. So as you can see, it was added as a twice. It was added twice. So in this way, we can able to add drugs, edit them, and can also be able to delete them. Let's just this edit function. I'm going to change it to 200. See, whenever the quantity of the drugs reach under 50, it will be showing as red color as an indication for the doctor to update or to buy some more drugs from the suppliers. I'm going to delete this one. You can also be able to watch the drug report, how many drugs have sold until now, what's the price. As an admin, you can be able to watch all the sales that you have done till now, and you can be able to, whenever a doctor orders a drug, it will be shown here. Let me just log in as a doctor. A doctor user can also be able to register first. I have already registered a doctor user in here. It was already saved in the password files. I'm going to log in. Let me show. Whenever you log in as a doctor, you can be able to see all the available drugs with their expiry dates, quantities, price, etc. etc. So if you want to, for example, let's say if you want to buy Meloxicam, so I'm gonna click this add to cart button. Then I'm going to my cart, and then I'm going to select how much I want, how much the quantity. Let's just say I want 30. So after entering 30, if I click total amount, you can see the total amount will be calculated with our quantity given. So I'm going to check out. Whenever I press this checkout button, a mail will be sent to the doctor user's email ID regarding this order place. So I'm going to check in my orders. As you can see, just now we have placed an order. You can able to download the invoice for this one also, like this. If you click the download invoice, you will be able to download the invoice for that drug, like this. So as I said before, an admin can be able to accept, approve the order, or can be able to reject the order because of due to the availability. I'm gonna show you. As said before, he can see the new orders here. As you can see, in the previous minute we just added this drug. We placed this drug under the name Hemanth. It is stored as user ID with user ID 1. I'm gonna confirm it. Whenever I confirm this order, a mail will be sent to the doctor user's email ID saying that the order that you have placed before has been confirmed. So you can also, as you can see, it will automatically be added in here in the picked up order section. Just refresh this. Here you can see this one. You can also be able to download sales report. Yeah. We have used JS PDF for this one. So, so this is all about our front end of the project. Let me just show the coding part. We have used Angular for this project for the front end purposes. We'll be having different types of services for login. For the login purposes, we are using login service. For the email sending purposes, we are using message service. Pharmacy service is like shared service for all the components that are present. I have worked on the supplier component in the project in the front end as well as in the back end. A supplier, every component will be having two types of files. One is CSS file for the styling purpose, HTML file for HTML element purpose. Spec.ts file will be used for testing using Karma and Jasmine. This component.ts is the TypeScript file which will be used to return all the necessary functions for our project. As you can see in the pharmacy, we are assigning the base URL as the localhost 12345 API. It is our backend's this URL. Our backend main URL is the base URL for this front-end project. Let me just show the backend part also. We are using repository pattern, design pattern for designing our project. We have created services for all the tables. We used database first approach database first approach in the entity framework to create the database with the help of DB scaffolding methods. We use DB scaffolding to create the database signatures in the backend. It will automatically create all the models. As I have said earlier, I have worked on the supplier model. In the supplier, we'll be having four properties: supplier ID, name, email, and contact. In the supplier service, we are using the dependency injection to interact with the database. We'll be writing every method that we want. In the logic of all the methods will be in the supplier repository, mock repository of the whichever model we are using. In this repository pattern approach, every model, I mean every table has a model. It has a controller. It has one interface like I repository for this I supplier and the supplier. Difference between iSupplier and supplier repo is in the iSupplier we will be defining all the necessary signatures that are going to be implemented must whenever it iSupplier is implemented. In the supplier repo we are implementing the iSupplier and we are using the DB context dependency injection. In this year we are writing all the required code that is necessary and we are returning the results. In the supplier controller, as you can see, HTTP methods will be handled in controllers. We'll be using HTTP get method, post, put, and also we'll be having delete method for some functionalities. So that's all about our project. Thank you very much.